everyone, and welcome to the Marvel Future Fight V610 update stream. I am your host, Kim, and I am happy to be coming to you again from my living room because while we are staying productive, we are also staying safe and healthy. And I hope everyone out there is doing the same. We can help you along the way by providing you some fun game stuff, and we have an update chock full of it to show you today. We have an update that is based on the new Guardians of the Galaxy, which is awesome. If you want to learn more about Marvel's intergalactic storylines, you should definitely check it out. And if you like the Guardians of the Galaxy but want to see a slightly unexpected and cool take on it, I definitely recommend this run. So we have, as many of you have guessed, Beta Ray Bill, Phyla-Vell, Darkhawk, Nova, Richard Rider, and Gladiator. And we also have new uniforms for characters that you are already very familiar with. And that, of course, includes Star-Lord, as well as another uniform, Cosmic Ghost Rider.
So
AKA
basically,
Punisher. So this is
you're here to promote an
uniform.
update, but you don't even know what's coming in the update because you have to read it to us.
Else coming.
And this is not even live. This is a video because I keep seeing the
We're going
cuts.
to talk about it all, but I have one last surprise. There will be in-stream awards in this stream. The way you access them is to watch this live on Facebook.
Oh man.
With the Facebook account.
I guess she is just a face there.
Fight.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the madness, man. Y'all wanted my reaction live and direct, so I'm coming to you guys this time. And yeah, let's see what happens. Yeah.
And Facebook rewards, and that is going to be happening. If you haven't set it up yet, do it now because I am going to go get my friend Cage. But first, check out this video.
Come on, we needed Star-Lord's music, bro. Okay, we got my man Alpha Ray Bill with the team up. Let's go. Oh, it's that word. Yo, this is gonna be epic. Here we got Darkhawk coming in. Okay, kind of reminds me of Angel. Okay, yo. So Richard Rider has that same like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7
right. Hey,
punch
Cage,
combo
how's it
that Nova
going?
has.
Hey Kim, it's been a while. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome back.
Glad to be back. Glad to be, of course, with the fans. You know, when you're here by yourself for so long, you know.
Listen, we want to see the real Cage. We don't want this Cage, bro.
Today is actually a pretty special stream because we are being joined by a special guest, our old friend Cage. It's Michael Francisco from Marvel. Hey,
Hello,
Michael.
Marvel Future Fight community.
Yay.
How are y'all doing? Happy to be here. This update is featuring some of my favorite comics, so I couldn't help but be on the stream today with Cage and Kim.
I wanted to see if you could kind of set the scene for everyone. Where are we jumping off of?
Right, so this is taking place, this Guardians of the Galaxy update, right after the aftermath of Infinity Wars. So if you remember there, Gamora became the being known as Requiem, and she got the power to actually...
Where is the Requiem uniform, though? Don't dick, bro. Don't tease us, bro. Don't dick around, bro.
Right, so
don't mention Gamora in a Guardians of the Galaxy update and not give her a uniform. I know he doesn't have a say, guys, but like, you know what I'm saying? It just triggers people. 5 years running, Gamora never been good. Guardians of the Galaxy update. They make Star-Lord, who was already kind of decent, better. No Gamora uniform. I know some of you guys want to see this, but if you want to hear their like take on it, you can go to their channel, right?
So
I just have to vent a little bit. I guess that's a reaction.
Who is
video,
actually
right?
going to be infected with Thanos' mind and become the new Thanos? And a lot of the heroes actually speculate that it's Gamora that Thanos is going to implant his consciousness in and take over her body because he's been grooming her since birth to be the galaxy's greatest assassin, right? Then you have a faction that gets split up, basically the Dark Guardians and the Guardians of the Galaxy, two different teams that are either on the side of hunting Gamora down or saving her and preventing Thanos from taking over her body. We kind of have a schism in the group, and that's how you have eclectic characters coming together, like Beta Ray Bill, Cosmic Ghost Rider,
Alpha Ray Bill. Okay, get it correct, bro. Get it correct.
Well, let's fill out that so on and so forth. Cage, let's go through the characters.
Thanks, Kim. So as you mentioned, we just recently added the new Guardians of the Galaxy. So we're going to start off by seeing one of our newest members, which is, of course, Gladiator. So Michael, what can you tell us about Gladiator?
Gladiator is a member of the Imperial Guard that enforces the law across the entire Shi'ar Empire. Flight, super breath, he could freeze you with his ice breath, and then he can actually shoot heat vision from his eyeballs.
Right, so thanks for all that helpful info, Mike. Real quick before we get into the skills, not all the skills you see or hear about may actually be used in the final version of the build when it goes live, so just keep that in mind. So things may change in between.
Of course.
So,
Disclaimer.
As far as Gladiator, we can see here the recommended tip for how to use him. The devs recommend him as a leader because when he's used as a leader, he provides a good significant buff for overall damage. And also when it comes to his third skill, which we will go into in just a moment, he provides an even greater buff. So let's go ahead and take a look at his skills in action. So the first skill you see here is the Imperial Blow. It's nice.
Yo, every time I see a character fire a beam out of their mouth, it reminds me of Piccolo
Next is his
from Dragon Ball
skill,
Z.
which is the Superhuman Strike, where he soars, as you can see, he soars above the enemy and then stomps the ground with his right foot while gathering energy and then striking them again with his right fist.
It's cool.
He's just being rude.
It's an iframe in the beginning, but there's no protection at the end.
Right,
right?
Next is the third skill. Which
actually, no.
Cross breath. So
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
And then uses it
Yeah,
to
that Superman. There really are going for that Superman vibe, eh?
His fists to the frozen ground to deal even more damage.
I like it. I wish the freeze works in World Boss. Otherwise, it's kind of useless. Like, I guess the damage would be nice, but yeah.
Fourth skill, which is the Intense Glare. As you can see, he jumps straight into the air.
Jeez, okay.
Ooh. That's a move I like.
Superman ripoff much?
Wow.
like literally a ripoff of Superman, bro.
He actually kicks off the ground in the air and then jumps back
Woo!
onto the ground multiple times, dealing multiple.
My gosh, that looks epic, boys.
Very nice.
That looks epic.
Super cool.
Yep. And as far as the recommended skill rotation from the developers, the recommended skill rotation is skill 3, 5, 4, and 2. Once again, the recommended skill rotation is the third skill, fifth skill, fourth skill, and then second skill. The reason being is because they want you to lead with the third skill because not only it also attracts enemies, but also because you can also link it with his fifth and fourth skills, which will make better use of the buff effects.
Okay.
Let's move on, if we can, to Nova.
Let's
Michael,
go.
What can you tell us about the Richard Rider version of Nova?
When Nova puts on the helmet, he gets to access the Nova Force, which gives him access to shooting energy beams, flying at supersonic speeds, and basically he becomes what he likes to call a human rocket. And if we take a look at Sam Alexander, you can see that the Nova Corps actually has different ranks. So Nova, the Richard Rider version, actually is the highest rank of the Nova Corps, which is a Centurion. And you can see, based on the shape of the star on his helmet, it has more points on it. You'll see that Sam Alexander, he's more of a kind of a rookie Nova Corps user, so he's got less points on his helmet.
He better be way more powerful and way more impactful than Nova was, if that's the case.
Richard Rider has been a highly requested character amongst the community, so we're happy to have announced that he's actually going to be joining the team. Also, when we actually showed the other teasers earlier, when we first announced the Ghost Rider and Beta Ray build teaser, we actually noticed that many players actually caught that Nova Rider's helmet was actually at the bottom end of the teaser. So props to anybody who found it. And now, of course, we all know that he's part of the roster. So that said, special notes regarding the Richard Rider version of Nova in the game is that his third skill actually has the ability to strike enemies while they're in the ignore targeting state. In addition to that, he also, when he's added to the team, his passive allows players with the superhero stat to be granted a bigger buff.
Okay, so he's a support type with ignore iframe.
First up on the list is the Nova Blast. As you can see here, he actually strikes his enemies, and then that's the basic attack where he.
Okay, I'm about to say.
That looks more like a Nova Blast.
That Kamehameha wave. That's what we calling that, boys. Kamehameha. Okay, let me stop.
Oh, nice.
Okay, that's nice. That's okay. Defense down? Yeah, it looks like defense down on it.
Rushes through and deals multiple damages to his foes while with
Cage, you're struggling, buddy.
After images.
Right, and you'll notice that Nova is actually one of the fastest light speed flyers in the Marvel universe. So you can see every time he moves, you'll see after images of Nova because he's so fast you could barely comprehend where he is at any given moment.
He better be able to outrun
I like
everybody.
how confused everyone looks.
Yeah, you guys do look confused. Not the guys on the screen,
like that, which
just
I'm
you
sure
guys.
that the Richard Rider fans will definitely love. So for his third skill, we have the Chain Explosion Smash.
Chain Explosion! Let's go.
Smash was pretty obvious. You can go ahead and see right here what he does.
Oh, it's a chain of explosion smash.
I just hope it hits really hard and we can one-hit KO people with it in PvP. Yo, I'm building him day one, no
Next
cap.
up is the fourth skill, which is the Nova Force Sphere.
Let's see it. Okay, so he's exploding. Okay, just like the other Nova.
Nova Force Sphere.
This was an easy one for them to make, eh?
Nova Force Sphere.
Because they basically just took Sam and just added on to it.
Take a look at this skill one more time. Again, he outreaches his
He also has the invincibility.
Creating a sphere-like explosion, hence the name.
Ooh.
Let's see the 5.
Kind of like an exploding star.
Ooh, that looks super dope. Okay, make it red punches. Let's go.
So as you can see here, what happens, he actually causes the enemies to gather together. And then after this, the Nova symbol appears, a giant explosion occurs as with most of his attacks. And then a rain of light just comes down and barrages his enemies.
Jeez.
I like that symbol.
That's sick. That's actually sick.
You're curious about who did this.
I
know that you were just
hope that paralysis or that bind
Centurion
actually works in
badge
World Boss.
that he's showing everybody.
Because
So
there
the
is...
skill rotation we have from the dev.
Hold on.
Actually 5, 4, and 3. Once again, the skill 5,
See
4,
5
and
again?
3. And the reason why I recommend it
So
is
5
because,
has immunity and an
these
attack
skills
buff.
do-
Couple
the fifth
attack
and
buffs it
fourth
look
skills
like.
actually gather
4 has
together,
invincibility and an
together.
attack buff.
And of course, you mentioned earlier that the third skill actually is able
And-
to hit enemies who are in the
oh, crap, I
ignore
wanted to see
targeting
more.
state. So after you gathered everyone together, anybody within the ignore targeting state, no one can escape.
Cheeks getting clapped, boys.
I
Cheeks
mean,
getting
again,
clapped.
Going back to what you mentioned, Michael, I guess it has to do with he's one of the fastest characters out there. So it just goes to show that.
Let's see if we can clap some Jean Grey cheeks,
I think
boys.
There's a part in the
Thanos too.
comics run too where they're trying to chase Nova because he might have information that the Dark Guardians want, and even Cosmic Ghost Rider, who rides a motorcycle, says, "Yeah, I can't catch him either."
Bro, he's riding a motorcycle in space. Of course he can't catch him. Come on. Surprised he's moving it up. I can't play.
All right. So moving on to another character, we have, of course, another character which is a fan favorite, which is Phyla-Vell. Now, Phyla-Vell has an interesting backstory. Michael, what can you tell us about that?
So Phyla-Vell, as intrepid Marvel Future Fight fans might recognize, is actually the daughter of the original Captain Marvel.
Marvel, okay,
So
Marvel. And secondly,
V610
how you gonna bring his daughter in the game
She's
and he's not in the
actually,
game? Bro,
like
y'all
Kree
cheesing me.
super soldier. So she's cybernetically and genetically enhanced. to
Cheesing
be
me,
the
bro.
ultimate warrior for the
Like,
Kree.
they got
He's also
multiple
half eternal as well. So that makes
characters
nature
related
just
to
like a
Marvel in the
complete,
game. He's still not
Yeah.
making it in the game. Like,
unstoppable machine.
what?
Ah, she's interesting.
So this is actually her new look from this new Guardians of the Galaxy run.
I kinda
where
like her
power
martyr
state
look
kinda
better.
Gives her this celestial galactic blue skin that you see here.
I love it.
It looks
This is
okay.
something I'm paying a lot of attention to
Looks like a
for Marvel's future.
yeah, of course, because you don't know jack shit.
Thanks, Michael.
Let me stop.
So
Let me
for
stop.
players wanting to know more about Phyla-Vell, devs recommend
Let me
using
stop.
Phyla-Vell because also by having her on
Let
your
me
team,
stop.
your universal characters will also be given further buff.
Woo,
And as far as your skills,
nice.
let's dive into it. For skill number 1, we have the slash and dash. So of course, as the name
Dine and
implies,
dash, boys?
he dashes in and then just slashes at the enemy.
Are you kidding?
That is an enormous sword.
That's not doing nothing, bro. Like, yo, Future Fight team with these one
What can you
skills,
tell us
bro.
about her
Even in
sword?
2020, they
So that
straight.
sword is actually the quantum
Useless.
sword, and that can channel a bunch of quantum energy with each swing. So each slash she does unleashes this wave of energy that none of these
Nobody's
all-time
ever gonna
offenses
use. That's the rest of the sentence. That unleashes this wave of energy on this skill that nobody's ever gonna use. Okay, this looks nice though. Did they stop talking? Okay, they stopped talking. I
Well,
guess
that's
they
cool.
Anyways, that has
Skill 2, we have the quantum
accumulation, that has immunity and an attack buff.
Cool.
See, the 2 skill is cap
whirlwind. So I guess
plus
she channels the energy of the
defense
sword and
down.
uses it to create a whirlwind-like slash, which, as you can see, actually causes the enemies to gather together.
2 skill is balling, boys.
If
2
you
skill
hear
is
the word
balling.
quantum, you should just be wary about what's going to happen.
Okay. Okay, Kim. All
For
right,
third
Kim.
skill, we have the Justice Lariat. See, she uses her sword to thrust into the enemy, and then does more damage by causing more energy to just erupt.
So it looks like you want to
She
use
goes in
2
between,
then
then
3
everybody even if she
because
misses you,
3
matter,
doesn't give you that
quantum
much
energy blast
buff.
will just take
2 is going to be mandatory because
it's
of the
like
accumulation.
A tornado of quantum energy.
Look out.
a lot of quantum beam tossed around.
She actually used to wield the quantum band, so that's a reference to her past powers where she had those
It's a
gauntlets
3
right there.
second stun. Okay.
All right, let's move on to the next skill.
That's right. So for her next skill, we have the
I-frame,
energy eruption. Similar to her other skill.
I-frame and defense down. Again, but don't get too excited, boys. You don't know if it applies in World Boss yet.
And then throw the sword at the ground. And again, there's no escape from the quantum energy.
It kind of looks like a volcano.
Okay.
I know it's not, but
Okay. I guess, yeah. Like when
Yes, of course, she
now
throws
that
it
she
to the
said
ground,
that, I
causing an
kind of see
eruption
what
of
she's
energy
saying.
to occur, making everybody around her regret even wanting to face her.
Right, it's as much damage as a volcano for sure. Maybe more.
Oh, listen to this guy raising
Next is, of course, our
expectations.
favorite
It
word
does
to
as much
use.
damage as a
For the next skill, we
volcano.
have the
Volcano
quantum
wipe out.
blade.
Okay, you know what? Let me
Let's take a look
stop
how
because this
much
man,
that
like,
does.
he probably
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
play
the
Marvel
quantum.
Future Fight. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he probably
One
thinks
part-
like
one person I like about it
Daredevil
is
does
just
a lot
before
of
she
damage.
Barrages the enemy with a blast of energy. She actually raises her sword in the air, gathers the energy that she needs, and then completely
this is
eviscerates everyone in
bad.
her path. Like,
Okay,
it's-
actually, no.
so you know
We have
it's not-
invincibility, so she won't get guard broken. We have an
Next, of course,
attack
we have
buff
everyone's
there,
favorite recommended
but she's
skill
rooted
rotation.
though.
So on our list, we have skills 2, 4, and 5. Those skills being, of course, the quantum whirlwind, energy eruption, and lastly, of course, the
I'll probably do
quantum
2,
blast.
5.
The reason being is because they want you to be able to use skills 4 and 5 to be able to obtain like a buff effect. And then what you can do, it also increases the damage and effectiveness of the second skill, which will just basically wipe everything.
Yeah,
Great.
I want to do is just do
before
2,
we move
5.
on, I do want to say
2 for
that
accumulation.
if you are hoping to collect in-stream rewards, you can do that by watching this very stream on Facebook.
Oh my gosh,
live
guys! Every
with the
time she
Facebook
starts
you have
talking
already
about
attached to your
in-stream
Marvel
rewards,
Future
I'm just gonna
Fight
cut that
game.
portion of the
Then you
video
can
out
just
because
collect
it's nonsense.
the
Okay,
different rewards
it's
as
not
they
like
pop up
I don't
on the
have anything
bottom.
against
Claim
her,
them
but
before
like
time runs
it
out,
gets
and then you
so
should be able to find them
repetitive hearing
in
it
your
every
game by
live stream.
going to your settings,
Like I don't even watch
and
it on
then
Facebook anymore
rewards.
because
All right,
like
Cage,
I'm tired
take
of
us to the
hearing
next
it.
one.
Thanks, Kim. So next up is a character not many people actually know about. So Michael, what can you tell us about Darkhawk?
So Darkhawk is actually a police officer named Christopher Powell, and when he was a young kid, he found a mystical amulet that allowed him to control the powerful Darkhawk armor, which is actually a cybernetic alien android from the Shi'ar Empire.
Mhm.
So it actually has advanced Shi'ar magic and science combined into the suit and can transform into different weaponry. And now, when Chris
So
was a
alien
kid,
Iron
he
Man.
realized that the man he looked up to, his dad, was actually a crooked cop. When he found the amulet, he swore to use the armor for good and for justice.
He
So
kind of looks like a
Darkhawk,
bad
I
guy,
wonder,
but
does he
he's a
have
good
any
guy.
Shi'ar connection with Gladiator?
I
So
wonder.
Darkhawk and Gladiator are actually part of the Shi'ar Empire, and the
Mhm.
Shi'ar Empire has millions of worlds within its intergalactic reach.
Oh.
So they have a vague connection, but they're not from the same race. Like Darkhawk is a human from Earth, not a Strontian like
So
Gladiator.
really, I've asked you, like, do you know any other Americans? You know, there's a lot. Fair enough.
Okay, Kim.
All right, but he
I'm
does
just
seem to know
gonna.
Richard Rider. Maybe there's a police connection.
Right,
I
well,
know
I
she's
mean,
trying to be
the
funny, but I'm not feeling it.
Darkhawk and Richard Rider they kind of are cut from the same cloth. They have a huge sense of justice, and they're both kind of sort of part of an intergalactic police force as well.
And their
they
powers are
fought
both
together
temporary.
in a
By the way,
number
if you
of
guys
different occasions
know about
across the
Richard Rider, you know that
galaxy,
man
because
stays
they're both
losing his
galactic
powers.
heroes
They
that
stay
stop
stripping him
threats
of it.
across the cosmos. Most notably, they fought together in the Annihilation storyline. Fans will remember that.
All right, so now we know what he's about. I want to know what Darkhawk can do.
Yes.
So according
Let's
to
see
the
if
devs,
he's a
they
copy
recommend
paste
as
of
far as how to use him
Angel.
is that it won't need to make special use of his third skill. In addition to gaining a buff that increases your abilities, it also grants you a recovery effect. So
Did they really just go back and copy paste Angel, bro?
Three is where to go.
Let's
So as far as
see
what the skills
this.
actually are. Let's take a look.
Yes,
So we're all set
please.
to go with Darkhawk.
Let's see.
So first skill on the list is the Raptor Slash.
No, that's
He's like a jumbo
Shadowland.
fairy bird, just
Shadowland.
like a raptor.
Got it.
Shadowland.
Don't mess with Darkhawk. The second
Shadowland.
skill is actually called the Shi'ar Strike.
Okay, this looks
So his
really,
shield
really
strike, you see
cool.
he actually does. He flies around the enemies, and then
Defense
after that,
down.
he just comes straight down and delivers an energy like blow.
I'm gonna have
For
to
skill
compare.
number 3,
Wow.
we have the Amulet Explosion. Of
Okay,
course, as you
so
mentioned, the Amulet
accumulation-
is a very significant part to Darkhawk's uniform.
Actually,
that allows him to actually, of course,
accumulation and
transform to
immunity plus an attack
the
buff,
alien
bro.
entity.
Bruh.
That's right. He summons all the energy. That you can see the energy emitting.
Bro, did they
from-
think we forgot that Angel was in the game because
Nice.
people are not using him that much? Did they realistically just reskin Angel and give him to us as
Almost like a
Darkhawk?
transformation sequence.
fourth skill? I wonder what actually happens. Of course, it's
Okay,
called the
so
spinning wing slice.
They took Angel's like animation and added like
So
bombs
he
at
does,
the
of course, He
end.
spins around across through the enemies. And
Yup,
slices the enemies.
yup.
So he alternates in between.
I guess
all of them.
a lot of Marvel characters are very
There's a
similar,
strafing
so
room,
I
too,
guess I
dropping
can't really
bombs while
fault
he's
them
spinning around.
too much.
So next
like-
up is his fifth skill, which is
Ooh,
the
cinematic.
Darkhawk beam. Michael, what can you tell us? about
Okay, now this
So
has me
the
hyped.
Darkhawk
That was
beam
cool.
is all the concentrated Shi'ar energy that's built up in his amulet,
That
and he just unleashes
Is
it.
cool.
Basically, imagine he's unleashing his power source
Yes, you see,
in one.
this is how
collective
all of his skills should look.
Okay,
Like they
so
should
the
look
energy
like
is so similar to
different.
The amulet explosion. An abundance of
That
energy
looks so
being
cool.
sucked
I'm gonna
into
be
the
spamming
amulet
the hell
and
out of that.
emitting it from his eyes. Is that from his eyes? Or
I
from
hope he does a lot of
the
damage.
Oh, it's from his chest.
I think his visor is just lighting up,
I
but
think
it's
you're right. I
coming
think
out of his
that's what it
chest.
is.
Yeah.
So-
So you can think of it as Darkhawk's galactic version of Iron Man's Unibeam.
Okay.
See, said it. I said
So
Alien
as
Iron
far as the
Man.
recommended dev skill
Well,
rotation, the skills
nah,
we have
it's not
on
Alien
the
Iron
list,
Man 'cause he's a
the
human.
skills 3, 2, 5, and 4. So once again, the skills are 3, 2, 5, and 4. The reason being is because they want you to actually
Chain
start
iframes?
off his skill rotation by using the third skill by getting that buff and of course the healing effect. In addition to that, you can use skills 5 and 4.
Man, them's
to
legit.
actually, attack the
copied
enemies so that
Angel,
when enemies
bruh.
are all gathered in, you can finish them off with the second skill, which of course was the Shi'ar strike.
I guess I'm grateful that they didn't
Okay.
copy him to
So
the
this
core.
next
We got
character we're
fifth
gonna
skill
move
different.
into was one I was really excited about. So when we were planning how we were going to tease everything, I was like, use him for everything. So here we are. Let's talk about Beta Ray Bill.
Listen, it's Alpha.
So
Okay.
Michael, Beta Ray Bill has a very unique
Yo,
look.
Alpha.
Can you explain it?
That's a good question. Can I explain the long face that Beta Ray Bill has?
Yes.
So Beta Ray Bill
Alpha.
is actually an alien from the Corbinite race, and they're actually, basically, they're a set of refugees because the classic Thor villain Surtur destroyed their home galaxy. And Beta Ray Bill was the
Alpha.
one soul selected among his people to lead them to a new planet so they can live on while everybody was in stasis. So imagine Beta Ray Bill on his ship called the Scuttlebutt, and it houses everybody that has survived from Surtur's attack, and he's the only one defending all of his people while they rest in cryostasis. And there's an interesting story here where Thor comes across Beta Ray Bill's ship, mistakes him for an enemy, and attacks Beta Ray Bill.
Gets his ass whooped.
But he doesn't know Beta Ray Bill is actually a very good guy. And
Beta Ray's
In
alpha.
the course of battle,
Man's alpha.
Beta Ray Bill grabs Thor's hammer Mjolnir, and he's able to pick it up, which shocks Thor. And Beta Ray Bill beats Thor in combat and spares his life because in his heart of hearts, he's actually a hero.
In his
This
heart of hearts,
impresses
he's
Odin,
alpha.
especially since,
Too alpha
Beta
to
Ray
be
Bill
named
is defending
Beta.
His people against Odin's enemy Surtur, and so Odin crafts him his own hammer called Stormbreaker.
There we go.
Right?
The origins
Stormbreaker.
of the true Stormbreaker.
We all know that word.
Okay, relax, kid.
So, ever since, Beta Ray Bill has been a valuable ally to the Asgardians, serving as a hero across the galaxy and living up to the fact that he is worthy enough to pick up the hammer.
Because he's
Very good.
alpha as fuck.
So Cage, let's look at his worth.
Please
Definitely worthy.
let us
And according to
see
the
his
developers, one thing
worth.
that makes him worthy is that by having him on your team, his passive allows any characters with the lightning, any lightning users on your team to actually receive an improved buff. So if you're a fan of lightning users, he's definitely the person to have on your team. So with that
It's
said,
only
as far
Thor.
as his skills, let's dive right in. Skill number one on the list
So
is groundbreaker.
he
As you
has
can see,
the
he takes
thing,
Stormbreaker
boys.
and
He
actually
has the
bursts it a
thing,
couple times
boys.
before
He
slamming
has
down on
the
ground.
spice, boys. He
Storm
has
breaking
it.
ground? What doesn't he break?
Groundbreaking.
That looks cool. The one skill actually looks cool.
Skill number 2 is the Thunderbolt swing.
Woo, okay.
The Thunderbolt strike.
By the way, I dig the golden lightning, by the way. By the
He
way.
swings around the air, then uses the lightning attack to eviscerate anybody within the vicinity.
Evisceration. The animation is really slow. I'm gonna have to max out his attack speed.
I like that electricity.
And he's not safe when he's using the 2 because there's no immunity there. There's no
Skill number 3
invincibility.
is
Oh, there we
the
go,
Hammer Storm.
invincibility.
Why is it called Hammer Storm? Well, as you can see, he uses
Okay.
the enemy multiple times.
So
before
that's definitely what you
hitting
want to
once
use to
more with an
give
almighty
yourself
swing.
some protection before you use the 2 or the 1.
Yeah.
But
So for skill number 4, we have the Stormbreaker Strike. So as you can see with the Stormbreaker Strike, he jumps into the ground once, and then if you weren't able to be taken down with the first strike, he'll hit it again, but with an incredible amount of lightning force.
okay, so 3 is definitely gonna be a key skill for him. You always want to open with 3 because the invincibility. The other
For skill
skills
number
don't
5,
have any
we
protection
the
so
Beta
far.
Ray Storm.
Defense down, yeah. So he's like 3-5-4. That's what I'm looking at right now.
So
But
in the Beta Ray Strike,
he
as
has
you
the
can see,
sauce,
He
boys.
swings the hammer around, and as he swings the hammer around, lightning actually is occurring all around him. And
There's no I'm not seeing that many iframes though.
And then just
Like-
as that happens, he then electrocutes
I
everyone.
wish he had a heal
Just like
somewhere.
Thor, he has control over storms.
Yeah.
Okay, genius.
Ooh, but that's not all, is it?
Of course not. Let's see the thing,
You can
boys.
see on the
Let's see the
he
stuff.
does have a 6.
He has
As
it.
we can, Beta Ray Bill actually has an awakened.
The Alpha Ray Bill.
Yeah,
Woo!
wake 'em up.
Okay, so they brought in
So
Odin
his
and
awakening
yo.
skill
So
is
that
called
means they
Uru.
remember that
Uru.
Odin and Thor are in the game. Confirmed.
The
Odin
Uru
and
is a
Thor are still in the
magical,
game. They
metal
know
found in the Marvel universe,
buffs
primarily
coming
used by
soon.
Asgardians.
I hope.
For example, Thor's hammer Mjolnir is made of Uru, which is metal forged from a dying star. So we can imagine how powerful that might be.
Bro.
Beta Ray Bill's hammer is similarly forged in the same manner. So you can see in this awakening
Bro,
skill,
this is definitely getting
his
done,
worthiness
bro.
and his origin is represented.
Yeah,
by
I'm
the fact that
hyped.
Odin
Alpha
bestowed upon
Ray
him Stormbreaker
Bill,
and
about
comes
to
in
lay
to
the
assist
smack
along
down
with his
on your candy
brother in arms,
and
Thor.
Yeah.
I'm hyped.
So that's right. So for the awakening skill, of course, the Might of Uru. As common with other awakening skills, there's always multiple guest appearances that show up. In this case, as you can see,
So in this one, we
Y'all
see
didn't
him
see that it
joined
was
by a
Odin and
guest,
wow.
his best friend Thor. That is not canon. That's my presumption that they're best friends.
so for the skill, as you just see, Thor actually does make a guest appearance, and then just as you think the force of lightning between those two isn't enough, Odin actually shows up, and then of course no one stands a chance because then their combined electricity and energy.
Yeah, nobody stands a
Sounds
chance when
like
Odin shows up. Yep,
Nice.
that's
Lightning
true.
team.
That's true.
So you're
That's why
absolutely
he's like
Tim,
in the
Thor,
bottom
and
100
Beta Ray
characters
Bill
in the
are
game
absolute
right
best
now.
buds.
That's
You can call
true.
them the Cosmic Bros, if you will.
I
It looks
love
like
Okay,
in this-
Cosmic Bros.
It looks
I like
in
it.
this
I like
skill, They
that.
actually slam their hammers together, generating enough electric force to shock everybody in the vicinity, and then Odin comes in for the final blow. So if that wasn't enough, you got the Allfather coming in to back you up. Who else do you need?
More like the
Power of
grandfather.
friendship and lightning and Uru.
Yes,
and
love and lightning.
greatness.
Uh-huh. Okay, cool. What
For
else
the
we got?
recommended dev skill rotation, they recommend using skills 3, 5, and 4.
Okay, good. So they actually play their game, or they actually know
Reason being
how to
is
like
because they
make
want you
like
to open
I
up with
guess
his third skill,
proper
and
judgment.
then link it with his with skills 4 and 5, which can actually be canceled, so that you can gather all the enemies down in one place. So that after you have everybody grouped together, you can take them all out.
Nice.
Very
Oh, I'm gonna have a
good.
lot of fun with
I'm
Beta
a fan
Ray.
of this. I
See,
like
they
watching
got me
this.
calling him Beta. It's
Nothing else to do
Alpha.
Besides watch this, right?
Of course. Then, of course,
You
that goes
shame
for all
yourself.
The new characters. Of course, now next up we have uniforms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let's go take a look at that.
All right, so as you can see in our list here, we have, of course, new uniforms to present for other people. The two being,
Come on, man.
of course, the most notable, which we know all our fans have been waiting for, they've been asking for in the community for such a long time. We're glad to announce Cosmic Ghost Rider. Michael, what for those?
Looks so good.
Bro.
Michael, I'm psyched.
Bro,
I can't wait to
the
let us know.
bike door.
Yeah, I
The
think your team
bike,
and Netmarble
though!
did an outstanding job bringing this character to life.
Yo,
As you know, this is a fan
the
favorite
bike
character,
reminds me
and
of
funny enough, it's a uniform
what's his
for
name?
Punisher.
Shit. Ghost
character that hasn't
Panther is
really gotten a
Panther,
uniform in a
that big
long
ass
time,
Panther that's
we're
on
glad
the
to
screen when
bring
he's just chilling.
such a really cool
Yeah.
uniform to Punisher.
Man.
And fans of the comic will remember.
I pull up on my
that
bike, I lay
not to
you
spoil
out
it or
with my
anything, but
chains,
yes,
whip
the
it back
Punisher
and
does
forth, you go.
first become a Ghost Rider.
Let me
then
stop, let me stop,
the
let me
right
stop.
hand of Galactus, Cosmic Herald. So you can think of this character as 3 characters in one. He's got guns, he's got the power Cosmic, and he's got Hellfire from the Mephisto. So
Everybody
I'm
getting
just-
bully
I
hoes,
love
bully
looking at
hoes.
This animation
Got me on my
flames.
bully, yo.
and all of it. I keep getting distracted.
right. And as intrepid comic readers and Marvel Future Fight fans will know that Cosmic Ghost Rider, aka Frank Castle, comes from an alternate timeline. Thanos took over the entire galaxy, and lo and behold, the Punisher was still the last man standing out of everybody.
Because
in the
he's a
universe.
boss.
How did he do it?
Frankie!
Check out Thanos Wins to find out.
That's a good choice because it's hard to imagine on our own, or at least on my own. I can't speak for everybody. I love this
Oh my
motorcycle that
gosh.
we're seeing in the shot too.
Yeah,
This
the dev
girl,
team did
bro,
a
like-
great job of bringing everything that makes all 3 characters who they are to this one character. So if it's Ghost Rider, he has to have a vehicle, he has to have his motorcycle, he has to have chains. If he's Punisher, he's got to have the skull on his chest, and then he, of course, in one of his skills, you'll see
He has to have the guns, bro.
because the Punisher always comes back in heat.
Bro,
And then
you don't know.
as a
You
herald
don't
of
know.
Galactus,
Man's
you
always
can see
got
that
the
his
heat.
bike is infused with cosmic energy, and whenever he attacks, you'll see that the power Cosmic oozes through all his animations.
I love it. You know, sometimes they say less is more, but I think more is more.
Yeah, less is more. Stop talking. Let's see it.
This character is the definition of overkill, if you will.
I'm into it.
He better
Let's
be
see what he
so
can do.
freaking
I'm
good,
psyched.
man.
Right. So as you mentioned, this uniform is exclusively for Punisher, and because it's in the uniform, this skill, and because it's just such a unique take on Punisher, this skill actually, of course, has 5 different unique skills.
Better.
As far as what the dev's recommendation for using the character, they recommend opening up with his 3rd skill. The 3rd skill, of course, being, of course, it provides a buff which will also increase your overall abilities. And also, they also recommend using his 2nd and 5th skill. The reason being is because both those skills can actually be canceled. So they recommend actually being able to, because of the cancelability, you can be able to alternate between different skills.
Okay, man, let's see it.
That's a little cliff note from the devs. Let's go ahead and take a look in game.
Yeah.
So as you can see, he's running around on foot for now. We're going to take a look at his 1st skill, which is referred to as the Cosmic Revenge.
Nice chain
Bro.
action.
Bro,
So
she
Cosmic
can't
Revenge, of
even
course,
tell the
he
difference.
opens up by slicing you with his chains, and then from the sky.
It's an
with
iframe,
Cosmic
though.
Blast.
That's nice. Like, there's an iframe at the
Skill number 2,
beginning.
we have the Furious Lava Lash.
Okay.
Whoa.
I hope he has a
Wow.
heal.
So in addition to
Please.
chains, unlike the skill before, there's a bit of lava, and you can see a little bit of burning damage going on.
Kind of reminds me of
There's
Molten
a lot
Man.
going on.
Reminds me of Molten Man with the lava.
So for skill number 3, you have the Hell Chain Wave. So for the Hell Chain Wave, it's pretty similar to the skill beforehand. It's just a lot more chains, and of course a lot more.
It looks cool. It looks cool.
That chain's fast.
For skill number 4, we have the Power Cosmic.
Oh, he has. Oh, I didn't
Really,
even book
I'm
it. He
glad
has
Michael told us
accumulation
about
and he
all
has
these different things going on,
immunity.
Because now I know.
Bro,
going on?
me,
The
ha,
effects
me,
are also-
ha.
they're different elements.
Shit. So
As
2
opposed
characters
to-
getting the Kamehameha, boys.
Very
The Power
encompassing.
Cosmic, aka Ultra Instincts,
As you
unlocked
can see, when
for
you
Ghost
versus
Rider
attack, he
and
actually puts his hands together
Gladiator.
and
Let's go.
blast the enemy. So Michael, what can you tell us about?
I guess we can also
energy
say that
blast
for
the enemy?
Richard Rider too, since it's blue.
So you might recognize that same energy signature from the Silver Surfer himself. Now they were
Yeah.
both imbued with the power Cosmic through Galactus. So this is actually the same exact beam that Norrin Radd
How
shoots.
cool would this
Also,
have
I did
been
see a callback
if they
to
made it
different
so that
characters,
this
especially,
uniform
through,
was
just minuscule
unlocked
things,
from
such as,
Giant
the
Boss
visuals
Raid
of their attacks.
from
That's
beating
what they- stuff like that
Galactus
was
a
just
certain
fantastic
amount of
shit.
time? Instead of
Right,
paying
and you can
crystals
see in
for
his
it,
skills when he hits the
you
ground with his
actually
chains,
just
not only does
beat
lava and
Galactus a
brimstone
certain
and
amount
fire
of
come out
time,
the ground,
you
but
unlock
cosmic
this
energy
uniform,
too. So you can
bada
see
bing,
that
bada
he's
boom,
combining
brand
everything
new
about this
Punisher.
character.
You now have the
All of his
power
attacks
given
are a
from
mix and match
Galactus
of
himself.
Every single one of his powers, which
I'm just
are
saying,
very, very
boys.
numerous.
I'm just saying that doesn't make
All
them
fancy
money,
variety in our
but it gives us content
For
and
the
more
fifth
reason
skill, we have
to
the
play
Hell
Giant
Cycle
Boss
Shockwave.
Raid. You feel me?
By just having the name Hell Cycle in there, we're pretty sure you know what. to
You know
expect.
what it is. Let's go.
Whoa.
Yo,
Do
let's
I?
go.
Oh,
Whoa.
that's a lot of fun. Wow. That's the first time I
I'm
saw
kind
that.
of sad we don't see no guns though. Actually, we do.
Whoa, I like this.
We see it. We see it. We see it.
And then if that was enough, is his Hell Cycle actually being thrown into the ground? Which is causing that explosion?
Yeah, so he summons his motorcycle from the ground, like from hell.
Okay.
His bike comes out of the ground.
Okay, so that big blast
he shoots
of lava
with his
straight from Molten Man, bro.
The chain like a lasso,
Repurposed. I'll tell you that.
The bike
it's cool
into
though.
The
it's
ground,
cool
the bike
though.
Melts into the ground like it's going back to hell.
This man is a king multitasker.
Thanks for that explanation, Michael. So once again, for the recommended dev skill rotations, they have listed down 3, 2, 5, and 4. Of course, using skill 3 to use that buff to increase your overall abilities, but also going back to what I said earlier with regards to skills 2 and 5, which you are able to cancel, and then they want you to conclude with skills 4 because of the cosmic.
It's nice. He has accumulation. I'm good.
Let's move on to our other uniform.
Immunity. I'm good.
So what makes this uniform special is that it's not only a uniform for this character. There's a little bit more of a bonus, but we'll go into that in just a moment. So of course we have a new uniform because you can't have a Guardians of the Galaxy update without, of course, Star-Lord, the
Simplord.
Simplord.
Simplord. Okay, get it correct. The Lord of Simping.
5 skills, but before we go into the skills, because I'm jumping on myself, Michael, what can you tell us about Star-Lord in this uniform?
Kind of sad you guys didn't change his
uniform is
mask.
Actually, from the run where the Guardians were grounded on Earth, meaning they were stranded on Earth and they actually couldn't return to the galaxy.
The Lord of Simping coming in with even more flexing.
New armor is kind of
Yo, I've always loved Star-Lord and how he just like makes it so fun, like when you're fighting, right?
When he's not in that huge
Man, the Lord of Simping. Listen, I'm a simp out for the Simp Lord. You feel me? Look at this. Look at this shit,
Star-Lord
man.
actually has these things called the element guns. And a lot of the new skills you're seeing are going to utilize the different elements that Star-Lord can shoot from his guns. So think water, fire, ice, lightning. So it's more than just the plasma you regularly see.
That is cool.
Yo, that little trick shot that he does. Yo, that little flip. Yo, let's go, man. Let's see it in practical use, bro.
As far as what the devs recommend, the
Simploid.
Special note here is that they say that his 5th skill, actually, of course, like the other skills, grant you a buff to further increase your overall damage and skill effects. But the reason being that we also want you to open up with skill 5 and then follow it with 3, which creates a damage reduction effect. Then end it with 4, which actually will increase your will create a higher damage rate.
Okay, Cage, you're struggling, buddy.
That is just a special.
Can we get Cage GB back?
Devs. Let's go ahead and see the skills themselves in action. So we're gonna take a look at Star-Lord. As you can see here, he's already set to go.
I wish we got his music.
Kind
of like Luna.
First skill, which is the grenade gamble.
The grenade gamble. It looks way cooler when you can see it in practical use. That's dope.
And I think he actually shoots the grenades afterwards.
Yes, he does, but there's no iframe, so
yes,
that's unfortunate. He's not safe while he's doing it. So this is gonna be one of those skills that basically never gets used unless you're flexing on the Mandems.
Greatest marksman, so he can throw a bunch of grenades in the air and hit them with pinpoint accuracy.
This is just a flexing skill, right?
So when it comes to this uniform for Star-Lord, Star-Lord has a lot of very appealing visual effects that go on to his skill. So for his second skill, which is
that's nice. Iframe.
Michael, what can you tell us what you're seeing?
But like, it kind of starts off slow.
Likes to dance and style on his enemies, which is actually his real superpower.
Flex on the Mandems, bro.
He shoots people with his gun, throws it back, and then kicks it, almost like a hacky sack, catches it in midair, and then blasts you with it. So
Lord
he's kind of doing this dance
of
move,
simping, flexing on the Mandems,
which that's pretty acrobatic to me.
This guy.
For skill number 3, we have the shock shot. So this attack,
this is
what's happening on the screen.
Not safe,
he
man.
uses his elemental gun to fire a trail of
oh
water.
my
You
gosh!
can see the water actually goes beneath the enemy's feet.
The gap. I can just see now where you get punished in War Boss.
Which hence leads to the
like,
shock shot.
Why is this not a full iframe, bro? He doesn't have a single full iframe so far.
Next up, we have skill number 4, which makes further use for the elemental guns. It is the elemental storm.
I like the different usage of his elemental guns.
So for the elemental storm attack, we pay.
Yo, even that is not a full iframe. What are these guys doing, bro?
With his energy attacks,
bro.
It up with attacks such as
he's gonna die so fast. And he comes right back to them at the end of the skill. That's like, oh, punch me in the face for flexing on you. Oh my gosh.
What can you tell us about this attack?
So as you can see from the video,
okay, even that's not a full iframe. Wow, look at this. He's still dancing. Bro, these guys are so dumb.
But if that's not
They're
enough,
so
Groot
yo.
wins the battle,
I don't even
so they can
care,
have
bro.
a
These
little
guys are
fun
so
dance
dumb.
while everybody
Look at this.
by-
And see, you can
Oh,
tell,
Groot.
like Cage and Kim, they don't play the game, right? But these devs are
Keep
so dumb
helping.
because they essentially put the iframe at the beginning of the skill and
I
then
think he
leave
just
big
added
ass
to the
gaps
style
at the
factor.
end
That's-
for people to
that's
just
more than
punch
you
him
can
in the
ask
face
for.
in World Boss. Unless the World Boss is mind controlled, charmed, or whatever, they're immediately gonna just run up on you and then box you right in your face, bro.
Transitioning to skills 3 and 4. Once again, use skills 5, then cancel, and then move on to skills
Wow.
3 and 4. The reason being is because 5 grants you a pretty significant buff, and of course, as you can see, it's also visually just looks a lot cooler. So after getting that buff and doing all that damage,
Bro, I was so busy talking, I didn't even see if he got invincibility or immunity. They better add that, bro, because if they don't, man, Cheek's getting clapped.
and that does it
But-
for
He's gonna flex on mans, but he's just gonna get clapped right after. I might just make a video, the endless deaths of the Simp Lord.
Star-Lord is going to be, that's right, for those of you who saw the teaser, he is going to be granted T3. So for this 5th and final skill, Michael, of course, did a great
Let me
job
guess, it's not a full
explaining
life frame
the
either.
skills. I'm
You
gonna
can
have
kill
him
him while he's
actually
in it.
Explain the last skill, and that is for his T3 ability, which is referred to as the Guardians United. So Michael, what can you tell us about this attack?
Right. So like you said, this one's called Guardians United, and he's summoning
So they
all
bring in
his
Yondu,
trusty allies to
they
aid
bring
his
in
attack
Groot,
while he does
they
sweet
bring in
dance moves
Rocket
across
and
the
Richard
battlefield.
Rider.
But he's not just sitting there letting other people do the work. While he's dancing, he's going to be blasting enemies himself. So you can see cameos
Thank
from,
the
let's
Lord.
see, Yondu,
It seems
Drax,
as though this is a full
Groot,
iframe.
Groot.
Nova
yeah,
in
Big
there.
Groot,
Nova.
Yes.
Yep,
So they gave
Rocket
him one
and
full
Gamora.
iframe. Slow clap, guys.
And what's really funny, my favorite part about the skill is that Groot is just a carousel where he's just swinging Gamora and Drax.
Oh yeah, I didn't even book that Gamora and Drax are there too.
It's just
Okay,
a giant dance party
It's
of death.
really, really cool. That skill is
Here's
really
the
cool.
word
That
dance
skill literally
and
makes.
disco, just so you know.
makes
I
it for
see,
me.
Looks like there's
But
a cassette tape.
I don't know if the uniform is worth buying.
It's a lot of, it's a high
Because the tier 3 skill
hit
seems to
count
be the
too.
best thing about it, so you might as well just keep Star-Lord in the old
Of course,
uniform
that does
and
it
just use
for
the tier
all the
3.
abilities. So we've gone over the new characters and the new
Like,
uniforms. So
man,
of
these
course, there
guys,
is more to
I'm gonna
it.
check it out. If I get the
So a
APK, right,
Of this
I'll check it
update
out and I'll
is
let you guys
based
know.
on